Thank you for coming. Today, we'll be continuing on factoring polynomials. So, we're going to continue to talk about factoring trinomials. So, the first one we're going to do is x squared minus 10x plus 16. And again, because this is positive, then that means that both terms must be positive or both must be negative. And since this, right here, this term is negative, that means that they both must be negative. So now we have to find factors of 16 that add up to 10. So 2 and 8, first we'll do, and that will add up to 10. So x minus 2 is x minus 8. Is how we factor x squared minus 10x plus 16. Next, we're going to do one where we can't guess the sign that easily. So x squared plus 2x minus 8. What we know from this one is that because this is negative, that one term is positive and one is negative. One positive, one negative. And, however, what we can tell from the plus 2x is that because when we factor x plus a times x minus b, what we have is x squared plus ax minus bx minus ab. From this, we know that a must be larger than b. More importantly, positive term is greater than negative term. So, when you look for factors, A, 8, you can do 2 and 4, 8 and 1. So, it's going to be 2 and 4. 4 is going to be positive, and 2 is going to be negative. And those add up to positive 2 and multiply to get negative 8. So, we have x plus 4 times x minus 2 for that one. Now, let's try x squared plus 9x plus 18. So for this one, again, because this is positive, have the same sign, and that means because this is positive, that they're both positive. So factors of 18 will be 2 and 9, 3 and 6, and you can see here, 3 and 6 add up to 9. So x plus 6 times x plus 3. X squared plus 9x plus 18. X squared minus 10x plus 21. Again, so for this one, both same sign. This was negative, so again, negative. So, factors of 21. First 3 times 7, and 3 and 7 add up to 10. So, x minus 7 times x minus 3. So, now, let's try to come up with a rule. Kind of explains how this works, how we do this. So, we are given a trinomial in this form, quadratic trinomial. We want to factor it if, and this is what we do. First, we look at c. If c greater than 0, Okay, and what we're gonna do is factor it into x plus d times x plus e. Then d and e are both positive or both negative. That's our first. If not c less than 0, d and e are not both positive or negative. Next, how about this? Let's do it this way. If we have ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to x plus e times x plus d, and we say, first, is c greater than 0? Yes? No? If yes, then e and d have same sign. If no, e and d do not have same sign. If they do have the same sign, then is b greater than 0? If yes, maybe do this way. Yes, e and d are greater than 0. No, e and d are less than 0. Okay. So then, if e and d do not have the same sign, is b greater than 0? Yes? No? If yes, then positive term is greater than negative term. If no, negative term greater than positive term. So, and of course, if after this determination is made, if you know then the signs of e and d, then you can easily calculate. Okay, and then what we do is we say, after this, the next step, after any endpoint, we find E and D by knowing that E plus D equals B, and E times D equals C. And that is how we factor polynomials. And then there are the special cases, of course, if we know that if B equals 0, then and A and C are perfect squares, and we have ax squared minus c, then we can write this as the square root of a times x plus c, square root of c, times square root of a times x minus square root of c, or a little easier way, if we write this as ax squared, x squared minus, c squared, then our solution is ax plus c times ax minus c. So that is how you factor polynomials. Now, however, what we've done so far is talk about when the case where a is equal to 1. So this is where a equals 1. Now what we need to talk about is if a is not equal to 1. So let's say we have 3x squared minus 10x plus 3. There are a couple ways we can do this. We can try grouping, or we can try to factor by grouping, or we can try to factor the normal way by grouping. Well, here, let's do the normal way. The normal way, we get this 3x. Okay, so we know because 3 cannot be broken up into any 3 is a prime number, then the coefficient of the x in one of the terms has to be 3. Now again, this same rule applies. This is plus, this is positive, so both same sign, and here this is not so simple anymore, because now what we have, instead of just being x plus a times x plus b, and then being x squared plus a plus b times x plus ab, what we have now, so when we multiply this out, we'll have 3x plus a times x plus b, and we'll have 3x squared plus 3b plus a times x plus ab. So it's no longer simply the the sum of a and b. A plus b does not equal 10, negative 10. A plus 3b equals negative 10 now. So first, of course, we do factors of 3, and that is only 1 and 3. So this is going to be pretty simple. We have the same sign, and since this is negative, they do have to be negative. So we'll have negative 1 and negative 3. But however, now it matters where we put them. So what we do is we put the 1 here and the 3 here. The reason why is because when we multiply this out, we get 3x squared minus 9x minus x plus 3. So 3x squared minus 10x plus 3. So if we have to factor out this way, we have to make sure that 3b plus a equals the coefficient of the x term. So now we'll do another one with a coefficient. Try a couple more. Let's say we have 6x squared plus 7x minus 3. This one's a little bit harder because now we have two coefficients, 2 and 3, two one coefficients. So one of them is going to be 2x, and they both have to be the same sign. The other is going to be 3x. Of course, they both have to be the same sign. Because this is negative, it's positive, so they're going to have to both be. I'm sorry. One of them is negative, one of them is positive, because this is a negative sign. One negative, one positive. One is. Okay. So, we have to add up to 7, which means that, well, we're probably going to have the 3x multiplying the positive term so that this ends up being a positive number. Anyway, 3 only has, again, 1 and 3 as factors. So, if we're trying to form a negative number, and we're only we only have 1 and 3. One of them is going to be negative, and one of them is going to be positive. So we expect probably that the 3 be positive so that we can get this large positive number. And we expect that it multiplies multiplies by 3. By that it would go here, and this one would go here. And that works. We have 6x squared minus 2x plus 9x minus 3. So this method, more than the other, can sometimes be a little bit of guess and check work. You try numbers and plug them in. Now, how about we do one more? This is going to be a trinomial, except it's going to have a cubic term in it. So, for this one will not be, we go back to the rules we had before for factoring, and we remember that we can take out common terms. Well, we have an x in all the terms, so we can take out an x, and all these are divisible by 2. So if we take out a 2x, we're left with x squared plus 8x plus 6. Oh, sorry, 12. So 2x cubed plus 16x squared is 24x. Now we just have to factor this. And that is just the same thing we've been doing before. They're both positive. Same sign, positive number. Both positive. Factors of 12. 2 and 6 the first one. Well, 1 and 12, then 2 and 6. 2 and 6 add up to 8. So, x plus 2 times x plus 6. And that is our factored form. 2x cubed plus 16x squared plus 24x. Notice that the degrees of all of these have to add up to 3, the highest degree here. So we have degree 1 term here. That should be just positive 2x, not a negative. 1 degree here and 1 degree here. So this is going to add up to a third degree polynomial. Okay. So, thank you for watching the video. If if you have any ideas for another video and you want to see it made, please leave a comment section below. Thanks for watching.